sad. Alright, let's do a little ride in here. Find a nice place to camp out or something and talk, because people are around us. Still don't know how to do the ref matching, but I do know how to downshift to slow myself down, which is good. Slow speed maneuvers. Thank God for the course. Make a U-turn, no problem. Alright, I found a spot. What's up? I'm Moto, basically Terror Bear. And it's because my first name's Terrence, and apparently I'm like a bear. I don't know how I'm like a bear. I mean, I'm hairy, I'm short, I'm fat. I don't know how I'm like a bear, but that's what the kids call me anyways. And so a little bit about me. I am a youth worker or social worker, whatever you want to call it. And I started up a program in Rexdale, which is northwest corner of Toronto in Canada. And basically I was born and raised in the neighborhood, and I was born female. So I'm transgender. And I didn't have supports growing up, so when I became a social worker and working back in the community I lived in, got a lot of referrals. And so decided to start up an organization, you know, build it, they will come, or be the change you want to see and all that stuff, whatever. Basically, for like 3 months, I just, you know, once a week bought some pizza and some bus fare and got some community space and held the program until I could secure funding, and it grew from there. And now we're in year 7. So it's been going pretty good. And I was born female, so I'm transgender. Cut! On the topic of the being trans, so being born a female, I know I kind of like blasted it, and so like this is like a PS on the end. If anybody has any questions about that, feel free to ask. I don't just do a program for youth who are LGBTQ, sorry, 2S LGBTQ plus. Yeah, not only do I do a program for that, part of the program and part of the work we do is also working with the community and educating people on a whole. So I've done a lot of training, a lot of workshops, a lot of educating, a lot of one-on-one and groups. So I am open to it, and I don't typically disclose, and I know this is a very like big medium to disclose this, and it's going public with it is what it is, whatever. But I say I do for 2 reasons. 1, for my safety, and 2, to educate. So this is definitely an educational bit. I'm sharing this about myself because I want you to know who I am as a person. I find that's the best way for people to connect. At least, you know, in the work I do, that's the best way to people connect. I don't know about this YouTube deal, but we'll see. So on the topic, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. FYI, if you are coming from a place that like I genuinely would like to learn or know about this stuff, cool. If you're coming from a place because you disagree and you want to argue me and you want to just impose your views on me, ain't gonna happen. I may debate with you, but if I feel that it's not going anywhere, where it's more you're just coming from a place that you want to tell me I'm wrong, I'm cutting it, because it's not worth my energy, not worth my time. But if you genuinely like want to ask some questions and learn, I mean, even about processes, surgeries, I mean, I'm good. And if I'm not, I'll tell you I'm not good. I mean, it doesn't hurt to ask. If it's something for whatever reason I don't feel comfortable with, I'll say, you know, like, I appreciate the question, but it's something I don't feel comfortable answering. And that's it. It's nothing against you. It's just you learn what my boundary is, and it's nothing against you or said anything bad about you for asking it. You don't know until you ask. I've learned that in life, so go for it. Shoot for the sky. Shoot the shit. Whatever. Yeah, so if you have any questions, put them in the comments, or you can message me privately. You can find it on Facebook, or you, like I said, comments, whatever. go for it. I'm open to it. Or if you need any supports or anything like that, again, by all means, let me know. I can try to hook you up, connect you, whether it's in the city or anywhere else. I mean, I'm pretty good at doing Google, or I have some contacts that have contacts. You never know. Let me know, okay? So as for starting to ride, the reason I got into it was, so when I was a kid, I remember I was like 10 years old or something like that. My brother, one day I remember, I'll never forget, it was like, look downstairs off the balcony, and I see this Harley pulls in, beep, beep, and it's my brother. He's like, come down. I'm like, I'm so, like, yeah, Mom, I'm good, Dad, I'm good, Dad. You know, head downstairs, hop on, you like classic, nice comfy seat, roaring engine, go for a ride on the highway. And I just remember, not just like the speed and all that stuff, it was very freeing. It was connecting and doing something fun and exciting with the brother I looked up to. It was a feeling of just being able to just like reach out and touch the car beside me. That's something I felt with the motorcycle, was something you don't feel in a car. I felt very connected to everything because I wasn't boxed off and protected. I was open to the elements, and it helped me feel connected. And I love that feeling of connection with people, with nature, with whatever. So I was like, yeah, one day, Harley, bike, definitely. I would even pretend, I'd like put two tiny room chairs together and pretend it was like the seat of a bike and put my leg over it. And I mean pretend, when I say pretend, I mean I was like 13 years old, definitely not grade 9, so 13 years old, pretending this shit and make believe in my living room, dining room, riding my bike, picking up my girl in the back, and riding to this particular house in Rexdale that I've always wanted to buy because it's absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, so that's why I got into riding a bike. It was the kid, the older brother, role model, the Harley, and the experience you'll never forget. Pure adrenaline, pure fun, pure love, and it was so much fun. I just had to. Now, my wife doesn't necessarily love the idea because she's scared, but she's getting a little bit more comfortable, and so am I, right? That's part of learning. Hey folks, just to wrap this up, didn't get to do this earlier, but doing it now. You basically heard some stuff about me, got to know me a little bit. I'd love to hear about you, get to know you. Feel free to share, write in the comments, send me a message, whatever the case. But yeah, it's just a little bit here and there. I'll be adding more when I get set up and all that stuff. And if you have any questions, again, feel free to ask me. But in the meantime, my hopes for the channel is basically, don't know what it is. I just know it's going to do with motorcycles mainly, and then whatever else comes. I think that's just like the way I want to go with it. Just evolve it. Don't plan ahead of time. Ideas come to mind. Great. Y'all have ideas, please let me know, because this is for you as well, not just my own little enjoyment. So let me know if there's something you're interested in. Otherwise, it'll be, you know, riding, sharing, getting to know, meeting, seeing, talking, stuff like that. The idea of the channel is really, I really enjoy riding a motorcycle. I also really enjoy doing video and photography and all that. That's what I used to do before youth work. So I'm kind of merging those two loves together. And why not on a YouTube channel? Whether it's, you know, like 2 or 3 subscribers or 10 or 20, whatever. You know, if it goes up, I'm sure I'll be happy. But really, it's not about that. It's about enjoying. It's about reflecting. It's about talking and sharing and connecting. And that's a major thing that comes with motorcycles, is connecting. So basically, that's a wrap for today. Otherwise, you'll see me again probably in about a week or so, hopefully with some better footage, and we'll have a little bit more of a focus then, other than an intro, get to know you. So this is Tear Bear signing off. Deuces. Hey there, kiddies. Welcome to the moral of the show, or the moral of the story, whichever it is. Basically, long story short, shows back in the day used to have a lot of these kind of like moral PSA deals, kind of like this one.
Remember, it's better to tell the truth.
And that's no lie. Now we know.
And knowing is half the battle.
PSAGIJoe!
But you don't see that anymore. So basically, after every episode, I'm going to try to reflect on it and think what my moral or main message is. And I think for this one, beyond everything I said, because I talked a lot, was you never know till you ask. A lot of people get concerned about asking. and you shouldn't be concerned about asking. There's nothing wrong with being curious. What you should be concerned about is your intention. What is your intention? What is your reason for asking? That's the main reason. If you just want to learn or educate, great, ask. If it's the wrong person to ask, find someone else, somewhere else. Great thing is nowadays we have Google. But don't be afraid to ask, as long as it's purely educational, not because you want to be a jerk. So, moral of the story today is, don't be afraid to ask. Deuces.